Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to today's School Spotlight. I'm so happy to be here with you all today. We have a really interesting webinar planned for you, specifically about master's degree programs. This is going to be really interesting for those of you who are interested in learning more about your graduate degree options in the United States. I'm going to wait just a few moments for any viewers to join us live. If you are watching live, please note that this session will be recorded. So if you need to leave at any time, you'll be able to come back and watch the recording either on our Facebook channel or on our YouTube channel. Also, if you have any questions for the representatives from today's School Spotlight, you can feel free to submit those questions in the comment section, and we'll be sure to answer as many of those as possible at the end of the webinar. All right, so we have someone watching. Hello to you as well. Thank you for joining us. All right, without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and welcome our special guests today. So we have Kim and Miranda from Ottawa University. Ladies, thank you so much for being with me today.
Hi, Mackenzie.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thanks for having us.
This is so exciting. I know for me personally, I have not had the opportunity to study a master's degree. So this is something I'm personally curious about. I want to know about the opportunities. And I know there are a lot of students as well who want to pursue a graduate degree in the United States, and they're just not really sure where to start. So I'm excited to shed some more light on what it is you offer at Ottawa University and the benefits for students to study with you. So first of all, let's start with the basics. Where are you located?
Well, I will start. My name is Kimberly Hankins, Kim for short, and I'm the Associate Director of International Programs for Ottawa University. And we actually have multiple campus locations. And so I am located at our Kansas City campus, which is an Overland Park campus. So Miranda, who's my colleague, I'll let you introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. I'm Miranda. I am the coordinator for the University Provost and International Operations. And like Kim said, we have multiple campuses. I am located currently at the residential campus in Ottawa, Kansas. And so that's where I am right now, about 45 minutes south of Kim.
Awesome. So what are kind of the differences between those campuses? Like who studies where? Is it based on program? Do students choose? Like how do you decide what campus you're going to be at?
Yes, that's a good question, and a question we get from almost all of our students who inquire with us. So we actually have, I believe, 5 different campuses. So we have 2 residential campuses, which is like a traditional undergraduate campus. We have our home campus, which is one of our residential campuses, and that is in Ottawa, Kansas, so where Miranda is located. And then our other residential campus is in Surprise, Arizona, and that campus is actually only 4 years old. So we're super excited to have them as part of our Ottawa family now. And then in addition to those campuses, we have our adult education campuses, which I'll get into a little bit more because that's where our graduate programs are. And those campuses are located in Kansas City, where I'm located, in Brookfield, Wisconsin, so near the Milwaukee area, and then in Phoenix, Arizona. So those are where our adult education campuses are located. So we're many campuses, but we're one university.
Okay, very cool. So I guess I won't ask you what there is to do off campus because I imagine that varies place to place. But as a university that has so many different locations, what are the types of things students can do to stay involved and feel that kind of campus community connection? Do you have clubs, organizations, athletics, anything like that?
Yes, definitely. So our residential campuses, they have your traditional athletics, clubs, fine arts, theater programs, community service programs, faith-based programs. All of those programmings are at our 2 residential campuses. And athletics is actually a huge piece of that. We have a lot of student athletes. In terms of our adult education sites, we don't offer as much because they're adult students, and so they're only
busy.
Yes, they're busy. They have jobs, families, social lives. They have a lot going on. So we don't have as much programming on those campuses, but we do have opportunities for networking, which is a big attraction for students in our graduate programs.
Awesome. And then as far as kind of like extracurriculars, I know something that is all the rave right now is esports. And I know since you guys, especially with your programming, you have some of that like tech side of things in with different programs. Can you tell me a little bit about the esports team? Club?
Yes.
I don't know much about it personally.
So that is actually a program that is new to me. It's new to a lot of us here at Ottawa. But we do have an esports program, and that is at our residential campus in Ottawa, Kansas. And I believe that's been going on for a year now. So they've been competing now for a year. And we've just been really excited to bring in students to that campus who have that skill set and that talent. So that's kind of what we have on that campus. And then we do have programs that have more of a tech side, if you're talking academics as well. So, but we are very excited for that esports program.
So cool. Miranda, do you have anything to add regarding, extracurriculars, programming, clubs, organizations, anything you'd like to highlight?
Not really. Kim did a great job of covering it all.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
No, I would like to highlight, though, that the networking for Ottawa, especially for our adults, is amazing. Career paths, just, any outside connections. We're really good at connecting with others for that.
And how do you facilitate those networking opportunities? I mean, as a professional myself, it's so important to make those connections and kind of mingle with people who are in your same industry or in a similar industry or the industry that you're pursuing. I mean, that can lead to jobs, that can lead to all sorts of things. So how do you kind of set up that networking aspect for your students?
Usually it would be if a student is requesting it. If they, need some additional outside help, we can do the reach out, usually at the student's request. But we're great collaborating with other schools, just getting what the student needs.
Amazing. Awesome. That's good to hear, because that is a piece that's so important. And students want to know, if there's any assistance with the transition, just not, when they're going to study in a new school, they want to know, okay, is this only going to be academics, or are there outcomes from this? Are they going to help me connect with potential employers? Are they going to help me connect with other students? And especially since we're talking about adult programming here, I think that's a piece that's very important. Now, let's talk a little bit about the academics. Can you explain to me some of the top programs or the main programs available for students at Ottawa?
Yes, so one of our largest programs right now that we offer is our Executive MBA program, and that's a very popular program for international students in particular. And that program is offered at our adult education sites, so in Kansas City, Brookfield, Wisconsin, and Phoenix, Arizona. And what that program is, it's essentially taking the MBA and combining it with a specific skill set. So within the Executive MBA program, we have 4 different concentrations. So we have information technology, healthcare management, operational effectiveness, business data analytics, and our newest one, cybersecurity, which we're launching this summer. So what students get to do is that they get to come to Ottawa, they get to learn that business piece, get that managerial skills that they may be lacking, and then they get to build upon their particular skill set or within their field. So for example, we have a lot of students who are in our IT concentration. So they already have degrees within the field of IT, but now they're coming to us to not only build on those IT skills, but to also get the management side as well. So there's students who are looking to move up within their career field.
Mm-hmm. So interesting. And I imagine, part of doing that EMBA is internships and things like that. So can you walk me through those opportunities?
Yes, yes. And that goes back to the networking that we were discussing earlier. So what makes the Executive MBA program stand out from other programs in the US is that it has a required practicum component. So students in the program are actually required to have and maintain employment that is directly related to their field of study. So if they are in the Executive MBA healthcare management concentration, they are required to have a position that is in healthcare administration, because what they're doing is they're taking what they're learning in the classroom and they're applying it in real time to an actual work environment. And the way the program works, which I'm sure we'll get to this eventually, but students come to campus every 8 weeks for a week-long intensive class session. And so during that time, you have all these students coming to campus who are also working professionals. And that allows really in-depth conversation about their field. So that's where the networking comes into play, and it allows them to apply those concepts and theories that they're learning in real time. The program has grown since its inception in 2016. It started with 3 concentrations, and now we've expanded, I think, to 5 or 6. I should have counted that beforehand.
So cool.
So we're very excited about it.
Yeah, and 3 of them are STEM, which, you know, is a huge piece right now, and especially that cybersecurity. I feel like lately I've been meeting with so many more students who have an interest in getting into cybersecurity. And actually, not too long ago, I was speaking to a parent. This was a student who was looking for undergrad programs, so not at the graduate level yet. But the mom was asking me, she was like, is cybersecurity like a good field to go into? Like, can you get jobs in that? Like, she didn't understand what it is. So can you maybe shed some light for those viewers who may not understand exactly what the outcomes are for cybersecurity and kind of what you can do with that degree?
Yes. Well, cybersecurity in the year 2021 is applicable to every field, essentially. And this particular concentration, we are launching it this summer. So in June 2021, we are launching this program. And what makes this unique from our other concentrations is that we're actually going to have a cyber simulation, or a cyber range, which will allow students to go into this simulation and actually be put into a real world scenario. And I believe there's 5 of those courses that those students are put into the range.
Oh my gosh. I imagine that's, sorry to interrupt, but I imagine a cyber range isn't something that like every university is able to offer their students who are pursuing cybersecurity. Am I correct with that assumption?
Correct. And Ottawa University is actually partnering with a company that not only provides the cyber range, but also provides faculty to help teach this information to students and to run the simulation lab. So students aren't just learning cybersecurity from a textbook, they're getting hands-on experience.
That's so impressive. And what are kind of the job outcomes if you pursue a degree in cybersecurity? Where can you work afterwards, or what types of jobs would you hold with that degree?
Right. So I personally don't work in cybersecurity, so I can't go in too much depth. But I do know if you work in the world of information technology, you're very aware of cyber attacks and cybersecurity, the things that are needed by companies, especially those large companies. They need that security to protect their internal happenings, if you will.
And data protection is such a huge thing right now. Everyone has that concern about what data is being shared and with whom. And so, you know, cybersecurity, I think, isn't just something that, you know, should be associated with like governments and terrorist attacks and things like that. It's also just for really any company needs to have some sort of firewall up to protect against these kind of security breaches.
Well, if you read the news, I mean, this past year, there have been private companies that have been hacked into. So cybersecurity professionals are needed everywhere. And the good thing about this program is that every student who comes into the program will start by taking a fundamentals class. So if you're someone that is particularly new to cybersecurity, that's okay, because you will receive that fundamentals class before getting into the really in-depth classes.
Mm-hmm. So that's good. You're still getting some knowledge, which is something that, for higher level positions, I imagine most employers are going to want you to have some sort of background with that. And lots of available job positions, lots of placements. And I imagine that goes into the internship opportunities as well that you guys have for your students with those networking opportunities. Wonderful. Perfect. All right. So I want to move on a little bit, unless either of you have anything you'd like to add in regards to the programs offered by Ottawa University. Anything else you'd like to add there?
Yeah, well, I would like to add one more thing. Another aspect that really allows Ottawa to stand out from other universities is the student service experience. So as I mentioned, for our executive MBA programs, students travel to campus every 8 weeks for class. And so it allows them to live essentially anywhere that they would like within the US. That provides so many opportunities for them. But when they're with us on those weekends, they get face-to-face meetings, not only with their faculty, but with their academic advisors, their international advisors, which would be Miranda and myself, campus staff. So we are here to serve them. It's not just an email back and forth situation. We truly want the students to have an experience that goes beyond just the academic piece.
Mm-hmm, for sure. And I know you were supposed to have a student with us today, correct? What happened there?
Yes, well, they're working, of course. So yes, a lot of our students, when they reach out to us, it tends to be outside of normal working hours because they are fulfilling their employment, which they're required to have in order to be in the executive MBA program. So unfortunately, they were not able to be here with us today, but they're doing good work. So.
No, that's so cool. I think that's a great testament to your program, the fact that no one was available because they're all working at their jobs. So again, I think this is a great opportunity and a great option for those students who are ready to get out in the job force. They want to learn by doing, they're serious, and they're trying to move, to the next level of their life. So I think this is definitely very informative. I like the setup of the fact that you are working, you're very active, and the school piece, is handled in a different way, a little bit more non-traditional, but it replicates exactly the workforce and the skills that you need to be a valuable employee. So this is wonderful. All right. So before we start wrapping up our conversation, I want to make sure our viewers know, if you have any question, viewers, you can ask them in the comments. Both Miranda and Kim are here to help guide you. So please feel free to submit those questions. While we wait for some questions to roll in, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I want to walk our viewers through how they can request more information about Ottawa University and just find some overall information as well as start an application. So all you need to do is go to applywave.com. If you don't already have your student account, you can sign up. It's free. To find Ottawa University, you're going to search under the master's degree section. Just simply type in Ottawa University. Here it comes. You can see this little pre-profile. You can see that attractive tuition, which is great compared to some other master's degree programs. It's very affordable and great value for your money. And then here you'll see the school profile. So you can find out more information about Ottawa University, admissions requirements, some of the different programs they offer. You can see this specific location here, but there are other campuses. You can see the residential campuses, I believe, here in a nice gallery. If you would like to move forward with your application to Ottawa University, just simply click apply, and we will be here to support you throughout the process. So for all of you watching, you know who's behind the screen now. It's myself, Kim, Miranda, and we're all here to support you in your journey to study abroad. All right, I'm still waiting for some questions to roll in from our viewers, but in the meantime, I want to ask both of you, are there any final thoughts you'd like to share with international students listening to this session? Anything you want to share with them?
Well, Miranda, I'll I'll say something, then I'll let you kind of wrap it up. But now is actually a fantastic time to start applying. We are coming up on our summer 1 term, which starts the very end of April, early May. And then at the end of June, we have our summer 2 term that is starting. So we're already receiving several applications for those terms. So if you happen to be on OPT or STEM OPT that is ending soon, definitely get in touch with us. I think we would have a great program for you. But now is really a great time to start looking into applying.
Perfect. Thank you for that, Kim. Miranda, anything you'd like to add? Anything you'd like to share with international students watching?
Kim stole what I was going to say. But anytime is always a good time to apply. You don't, like Kim said, we do have terms coming up, but you don't have to wait for those terms. You don't have to wait. You can apply anytime. And I'm almost sure we have anything that's going to meet any skill set. We have a wide range of options. And just, if you apply, welcome to Ottawa. We'd be happy to have you.
That's awesome. And like I said, you know, we are the people behind the screen that are here to help help you throughout the admissions process. So students watching this, don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to inquire. All right, you guys. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate the collaboration. And to our viewers, thank you for joining in. And we'll see you next time. All right, everyone. Thank you.